Alright, so welcome back to another video on my channel. So have you ever had an issue with your vehicle? And this is a hatchback SUV Ford Edge. When you lift it up, it doesn't have the electronic lifter, and when you lift it up, it doesn't want to go up. Do you see that? It like wants to fall. So you just kind of have to keep pushing it up, and then it finally goes up on itself. Well, the issue is these lift support struts are going out. The symptoms are much more prevalent in the colder climates or in the winter time, and these sometimes have to be replaced. So if you go to your auto parts store and you tell them what your make and model of your car and the year, they should be able to pull it up since it's on the part sheet for the vehicle. So when I did that, I went to my auto parts store in town, and they were able to provide me with these two brand new struts, or lift supports, some people call them. And they should be pretty simple to install. There's just some safety measures I'll be going over with you. So the first safety measure to do is to put something to support the hatchback trunk cover, because once you take one of them out, it'll definitely put a lot more strain on the other one, and once you have both of them removed, that thing is probably really heavy with the glass and the metal, so you want something to support it. So I have this 6-foot tall ladder that should be able to support it just fine, and it'll rest right there once it's done. See, I have to push it up to really get at that capacity, maximum capacity. Let's talk about some of how these are built. So we have this pin right here, and it has that ending ball point right there, and some socket holes right there. When you look inside, it has those teeth to keep it attached to the vehicle when you open it and close it. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide a flathead screwdriver underneath to kind of pry it open a little bit, but not take it off completely, because once you take it off completely, it's very hard to put back on, since it's sort of like a spring to get it in there. I made that mistake before. So it's the same framework on the original ones as well. When you look on this one, on the top side, it has that clip in the holes there, and it attaches to that little knuckle on the car. So what you're looking at is the top joint of the shock. This is the tailgate of the vehicle in the trunk area. This is the top part. So as I indicated before, there's two little slots on this knuckle for the strut, and I'm just going to pry it open a little bit, but not taking it off. So just get the flathead in there, and at the same time you're using your thumb to pull it away from the vehicle, like so. So again, I put the flathead inside there, I pry it out, and I take my other hand and thumb to push it away from the vehicle. That's how you remove the top part. This one is quite similar. This is going to be in the other side of the strut of the same one that we just removed, and they're the same holes. It's the same process. So you stick the tool, the flathead, inside those little niches, and you use your other hand as you're prying, to pull away from the vehicle and get it off of that little knuckle. Just like that. There we go. So it's free and it's ready to be installed with the new strut. I also wanted to note with the new struts that we have that we purchased from the auto parts store, in the interior of the socket that we removed on the original ones, the new ones actually are lubricated with grease, so you might be questioning, well, those little knuckles on the car are quite dry, right? Well, you don't really have to worry because the manufacturer of the new ones have it already thought through, so that's a great thing to know about. Alright, so make sure that you remember which side that should be installed, whether it be the thick side or the small side. But if you forget and you don't remember which side to install it on, you could just look at the opposite side of the vehicle that is still installed and should be able to help you out. So what you do is you simply kind of shimmy it onto the knuckle. So from one side to the other, pushing it in towards the vehicle. And you hear it snap. I pull it away, it's attached. So we'll let that down and we're going to install the other side. Alright, so this side is the same way as what we just did. No tools needed. Just going to kind of clean off, make sure that there's not too much debris extra. And you can kind of see that it doesn't line up. Well, that's because of gravity. Darn thing, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to lift up the tailgate a little bit so that they line up with each other. And once they do, we'll just kind of shimmy it on like we did before until it snaps on. And it didn't quite snap because of the pressure and tension from the gravity throwing down on the tailgate. But if you inspect it and try to pull it away from the vehicle, just to test that it's snug and secure, you'll be rest assured that it is secure on there. Both sides. Alright, so we got the driver's side strut replaced. Now I'm going to do the passenger side, but it's the same steps, just reversed by, a mirror. So I'm going to replace that, and then once I finish replace that, I'm going to test it out and show you. Alright, so I installed the passenger side. I do have to want to say that I'm a dominant left-hander. That's my hand that I write with, and the passenger side was much more harder for me. So whichever side that isn't dominant for you, maybe do that 1 second, like how I did. So here we go. So here's the lift gate. It's all lifted up, no more ladder. We're going to pull it down. There's definitely a lot of tension. That's great. So there it is down. We're going to grab the handle, lift it up. Oh, and look at that. So much better. Wow. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you have another way of replacing it that might be easier, please put it in the comments below. And if you really enjoyed this, make sure that you give it a like, subscribe, do the little bell indicator, and I hope this helps you with replacing your struts or lift supports, however you want to identify them as. So I hope you have a great day. Cheers. Bye-bye. And side note, I just called my auto parts store where I purchased them, and they said with the old struts, even with the pressurized gas in them, and they have warnings that you shouldn't puncture them and shouldn't be heated. On the package, I just called them and they said that it's fine to just put them into the regular garbage can. So, yeah. I'm a little bit startled by that. I called the manufacturer of the brand new ones they're in Germany, and they picked up and they said that it's too late for me to ask them because it's like 8, it's like some like, what, like 9 hours ahead of me. So I'm just gonna put them in the garbage can, hope for the best. Alright, thanks for watching.